All right. Greetings, everyone. I'm Brent Lundstrom. I'm the director of the Cybersecurity Center of Excellence for Washington State, which is hosted at Whatcom Community College. The Cybersecurity Center of Excellence is a statewide resource that really represents the needs and interests of the cybersecurity industry. We're charged with really trying to narrow the gap between the employer workforce and the supply of work-ready graduates from our 34 community and technical colleges across the state. As part of our ongoing efforts, we really focus on coordinating and curating events that connect employers as well as students entering into the workforce. So, the Center of Excellence is currently partnering with the National Cybersecurity Training and Education Center, which is called Insight. And we're hosting a cybersecurity employer event that's coming up on October 18th at South Puget Sound Community College in Olympia. And we're really excited about this event to showcase what the students are doing and what their capabilities are, as well as connecting with some of the employers in the local region. So if you have a need for software developers or cybersecurity, I would highly encourage you to attend this event as an employer so you can get connected with the new pipeline of talent that's coming out of our college system. So today I'm sitting down with Malcolm Waters, who is the CEO of Innovation Technology. Is that correct?
Ovation Technology.
Ovation Technology. So, Malcolm, thank you so much for joining us here today, and I'm happy to be chatting with you. Tell me a little bit about your company and why you're excited about participating in the event at South Puget Sound Community College.
So, hey, Brent, thank you for having me on with this opportunity to talk with you a little bit. One of the reasons why I'm excited about any opportunities in the community is dealing with cyber and data and software is because that's part of our some of the products and core offerings that my company provides. We do have internships that we frequently do in regards to cybersecurity. We have a long history of working with South Sound Community College. So we look forward to any opportunity that we can engage and get in front of any potential students or folks that are interested in the cyber industry or data analytics or software development. I started a company back in 2011, and we've evolved over the years. We actually started off as what you would consider interconnect. We were doing phone systems. We were a big Avaya shop back in those times. And as we progressed as an organization, we got into system integration, and then COVID hit, and everything changed with COVID. We fortunately for us, during that phase, we were also getting introduced to state local education SLED, and we started picking up business from some of our state agencies because we were local to Olympia. And it was a crazy time. I used to call it organized chaos because there was a lot of folks that needed a ton of product, and as you know, supply chain was very difficult during that time. One of the reasons why sort of our foray into cyber was it was a natural progression for us. So as we were putting out, thousands and thousands of endpoints into the market, one of the big conversations that we were having was security. We had a lot of folks that were connecting to, government databases from their home router, and we decided that this was probably a good segue for us to move into the cyber space. So somewhere around 2021. We began to get heavily involved into cyber. We brought on our own CISO, started analyzing the industry, the market, and what the opportunities are. And so when we found you guys, again, very pleasantly surprised that you're here and you're doing the work that you're doing, and we thought this would be a great alignment, and we certainly want to be involved in it.
Awesome. Great. Well, you've been in the industry for a while. You're definitely well networked, and definitely a stellar company. What sort of advice would you give students that are coming out of graduating from school, wanting to be successful, and entering into the cybersecurity workforce these days?
So, I guess it depends on how early on that interest starts, right? So if it's, for instance, we have interns now that are with us now that are in high school. And, we applaud them because they are actually taking the necessary steps to really get ready for that career before they even get to college, right? So they're going through one of our internship programs. They're taking some certifications on some of the security appliances that we provide as a company. So they'll have those certifications before they even get to college. The big thing is I will often say is internships. If you can get involved in an internship and get exposure to seeing not only the real work that the company is doing and get some hands-on experience, that certainly will define, in my mind, if this is really an interest for you going forward. And I
Yeah.
think that the more internships that we get involved in with the candidates that come to us, we do see them having more success actually walking into career opportunities once they graduate from college.
What do you think makes your internships successful for your company as well as the student? What's is it? Do you feel like there's a pretty good balance of a resume building and then also an impact that it makes on your company?
I think for us, and I'll just speak for us, I think it's the opportunity to get exposure with
Mhm.
a lot of the different OEMs, original equipment manufacturers that are out there. So, we work with Cisco, we work with Palo Alto, we work with Sophos, we work with a lot of the really big names just in security on the appliance side. And so by doing the internships, they get an opportunity to get some of those certifications. Now, some of them take much longer than an internship would require, but those that can do that during internship, we certainly suggest it. We don't demand it. We let them know that it's available.
Yeah.
Um, and typically, if there's any particular cost to it, we cover that cost during the internship. The other big piece is being involved in the meetings, right? So they have an opportunity to sort of be that fly on the wall. So they get a chance to listen to a customer perspective, listen to what we call a discovery. So as we're trying to understand what the customer needs are, what their pain points are, what they're trying to fix, they get a part of that conversation. Then they also get a part of the engineer conversation. So as we're developing the concept and the solution and they're ready to propose to the customer, they leave, in my mind, obviously, I think they leave with a real world experience of the industry itself, how it operates, who customers are, what they're looking for, how the companies respond to that. Now, obviously, every customer scenario is very different, so some are more complex than others, but they get a general idea of, and I think from that, they can pretty much figure out if that's just something that they want to do. And one of the things I always ask, especially on team meetings when I'm talking to the interns, is, how's it going? How you feel? And most of them are really excited.
Yeah.
And also, we've had some interns in the past have said, you know what? Now that I dove into this, I don't think I want to do this. And that's good because
Yeah.
because that helps them decide rather quickly if that's the path they want to take.
Yeah, for sure. All right, well, let's talk a little bit about diversity for a minute. So, as the president of the new Pacific Northwest chapter of Cybersecurity, um, tell us a little bit about that organization, and then also tell me about what strategies you would recommend to improve diversity in the cybersecurity workforce these days.
So diversity and cybersecurity, big topic for me, and it really hits home for me. By obviously being African American, been in the IT industry for dating myself now, probably 30 years now. I can't believe I'm saying that number, right? It's one of the things I've always noticed in my career, throughout my career, is, I always akin it to the only one syndrome. So as I look around, whatever particular profession I was in, I seemed to be the only one, and it used to baffle me, and I couldn't understand, where more minorities, or why more minorities were not interested in this particular space. So Cyversity is a national nonprofit that brings CISOs, mostly women and people of color, together. And ideally, they're there to share best practices and talk about the industry and network. And it's a phenomenal organization. I got pulled into Cyversity a couple of years ago at the RCA conference in San Francisco. Had never heard of them before. Got introduced to it while I was there, and had an opportunity to go over to Google. I met some folks there. I was pleasantly surprised, especially to walk into a room and see a room of minorities in the cyberspace, which is just not seen before. So for me, it was, I'm not sure what you guys are doing, but whatever it is, sign me up. I'll get involved. Now, I had no idea I was going to end up being president of the new chapter in Washington State, but here I am. So the main focus for us here, Brennan, we've talked about it, and you certainly will be a part of what we're doing as we try to build this out, is really to get folks interested, get minorities, and obviously we're welcome to all folks that want to get involved in cybersecurity. But my particular interest is to try to get more minorities interested into this space. And I don't know what that looks like. So that may be at the college level, that may be at the high school. Even some of my team is talking about going all the way back to the elementary. So whatever it is that can get kids that can see a future. And I think part of the diversity issue is a lot of minority kids may not have exposure to, folks that are in this space. And so if we can do events that are tailored around mentors and mentees, and bring some folks into the space where they can actually see and touch and feel and know that this is a real person that's in this space, I think that'll help with creating some interest.
That's exciting. I'm excited to potentially play a role, however the Center of Excellence can do that, and promote that to our community college system, so we get more students engaged, and hopefully it helps them break into the field as well. So, well, Malcolm, thank you so much for your time today, and I'm really excited to have you be on the panel for our event that's coming up October 18th. It's going to be from 1 to 3 p.m. at South Puget Sound Community and Technical College. And certainly encourage you all to attend the event. And we'll have a link available on our website, coecyber.io, as well as in the LinkedIn post here. So encourage you all to sign up and participate.